Welcome to another episode of The Latest with Maya. Today, I am so excited to have a conversation with actress Gus Birney. You've seen Gus in, among other things, the movies Plan B and Happiness for Beginners, and the shows Dickinson and Shining Vale, which is so good. She also guest starred in one of my favorite shows, Chicago Med. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so excited to be talking with you.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm honored. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, so let's get started. So what small things bring you joy on a daily basis?
I love that question.
Thank you.
Right now I'm actually in Toronto shooting something, and I feel like sunlight is something that I'm now coming to terms with makes me so happy. And every morning the sun peeks in through I have this huge window next to me, and it just peeks in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like a new beautiful day. Um, I really love yoga, and it's brought me such a new level of peace, and it helps with my anxiety and my family also. Talking to my mom gives me a lot of joy and happiness.
Not bad. Yeah. So who has had the biggest impact on you professionally?
I mean, maybe this is a lame answer, but my parents, honestly, both of them are actors and have taught me so much about this industry and keeping a level head. And, um, it's such a roller coaster of a career. And so having these two people who have been in this a very long time kind of help guide me as I navigate this world. They've really honestly impacted me and taught me so much. So yeah.
Love that. Um, who has had the biggest impact on you personally?
Oh shoot, I should have said my parents for this one. That's a better personally. Oh wow. I mean, it's hard, what's so great about life and growing up is like so many different chapters come into your life, people come into your life during different chapters. I'm sure you've experienced this too. Um, someone I will say in terms of acting, this doesn't really answer your question, but like my ninth grade acting teacher, Mr. McClellan, was the first teacher that I had who really made me feel like, oh my gosh, I want to be an actor. And I'm actually kind of good at this. I think I'm okay at this, and you believe in me. And I wasn't a very good student, in academically. And so having a teacher kind of give you a little wind beneath your wings is what he did and made me feel special. So thank you, Mr. McClellan. He cast me in Much Ado About Nothing as Hero when I was in middle school, and that was very cool. But yeah, probably him.
Love that. Yeah. If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
These are great questions, Maya.
Thank
Um,
you.
yes. I don't warning. Oh wow. Probably I'm very neurotic and obsessive, but I care too much. Maybe like, watch out, this person will start crying soon or something. I'm always crying. Not like I'm sad all the time, but I feel a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like I'm very emotional and in a great way and also probably a way that's like, oh my gosh, there's just but yeah, probably that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can definitely relate to that.
Right? There's
Yeah,
just a lot of feelings all the time.
yeah. Are. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what has been the biggest obstacle you've overcome?
Wow. You know, I'm only 25, so I'm sure many more obstacles will come my way. I doubt myself a lot, and I think I've been lucky in a lot of ways as an actor to keep working and to I think a lot of getting work is talent and hard work, but it's also a little sprinkle of luck. And so a lot of times I worry about disappointing people. Um, I have struggled in the past a lot with eating and body image stuff. And, I would say the older I've gotten, it gets much better and easier for people watching that are struggling with stuff like that. But it's definitely been, yeah, it's been like a chapter in my life that um I look back on and I'm like, I wish I didn't waste so much time worrying about that. But it's all growing pains. And that's definitely been something I have overcome a lot of. I still struggle with it. There's no perfect ending yet for me, but I'm really proud of the place I'm in with that now. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So who do you consider to be the gold standard when it comes to acting and storytelling?
Oh my goodness. That's hard. Like, who would my favorite actor be?
Yeah, or who, you look up to in like that profession.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite movies is this movie called Defending Your Life, and it's with Albert. Do you know that movie?
I don't. I feel like the name sounds familiar.
It's very uplifting and beautiful. So if you want to watch tonight something, you should check that movie out. But
Okay, I'm writing it down.
yeah, it's all about facing your fears and yeah, just in acting through life with more courage and yeah. But it stars Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep, and obviously Meryl Streep is like one of yeah, like an icon and incredible, and her ability to just like speak the truth in such a um genuine, heartfelt way. But and I think Albert Brooks is the other guy in it, and he's incredible. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's less actor specific and more films and pieces of like yeah, films that I've watched that I'm like, this is the gold standard of what I want to be doing and creating. Because I think so much of, I mean, obviously being an actor requires such talent and skill, but it's like it's a whole piece that's put together. The writing, the director, the editing, it's like that is what, it's a team effort to make something beautiful. So, uh, yeah, I don't think I could say a specific person, but more just like pieces of work.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, and thank you for that recommendation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so what is your favorite way to procrastinate?
Oh wow. I love quilting. I know that's lame, but I love to quilt and make yeah, like sewing little pieces of fabric together, which is what quilting is. Um
That's
yeah,
not lame, that's really cool.
it's so fun and relaxing. I love any kind of crafty thing like knitting or crocheting. I used to take sewing classes like to make clothes and stuff, but I was so bad at them and impatient. So now I just do like quilts. But I love to play the guitar and write music. Um, I'm not sure how good at guitar I am, but I love to sing and um, yeah, anything like that. I love writing. And as I said, I love yoga. I try to go to yoga every single day. It's like one of the best things for me personally that I can do for myself. So, yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I love writing lyrics. I can't sing, I can't play instruments, but I love writing song
That's been,
lyrics.
well, you should collaborate with someone. You could do
I,
a make band or something.
yeah, I'm actually working with a musician right now that I write the lyrics and then she like helps me put them to music, and then she records them, and I release the songs.
Oh, amazing. Well, you should send some to me. I would love to check them out.
I would love that. Thank
Yes. Fantastic. That's
you.
wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah, I will. I'm writing a reminder to send you. The-
Yes, please do.
yeah, thank you. I'm so excited to share them with you. I'd love to hear what you think.
Okay, cool.
Um, so I am pop culture obsessed and go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching. Is there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
Wow. Okay. Well, Sex and the City. I don't know if you've ever watched it, Maya, but I love Sex in the City. It's become, I just got into it list like this past year, and it's like my holy Bible. Like I watch that show over and over again. I've done that with Friends, I've done that with The Office. I'm watching Severance right now. The second season just came out, so I'm watching that. And I just finished Shrinking too, which is this other show on Apple, which is really good and very comforting. And
Yeah,
Jason Segel's the lead of it, and he's so good. And yeah, so I think my niche right now is just like comfort shows.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I love everything.
Oh, cool. I love that. Yeah, what is your go-to show or movie when you just want to be comforted and tune out the world?
Yeah. Well, that used to be The Office because I'd just turn it on and yeah, collapse into it. But I love the movie Little Miss Sunshine. I've seen it about 5,000 times.
Yeah,
That's probably a comfort film. I love When Harry Met Sally and Clueless. Those are two like hardcore favorites. Um, yeah. Yeah, I mean any romantic comedy, right? Like, come on. They're just so comforting. They just make
yeah,
you feel like, oh,
yeah.
the world is such a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have yeah, a long list of shows and movies I just rotate between.
Yeah, you have to have that list. It's
Yeah.
just therapy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my mom and I were talking the other day that it's all my comfort shows are shows that she introduced me to. And
Yeah.
so I was like, you can't get annoyed when I rewatch them because you
She brought them to you.
yeah, I was like, you brought this on. You introduced me to this. So
Yeah.
and
Good
she
argument.
never, yeah, she never gets annoyed. But I was telling her, like, okay, now you definitely can't get annoyed.
Yeah, they're your picks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. And right now I'm currently watching season 2 of. Well, first I was obsessed with Shining Vale, and I watched that all in a very short amount of time. Um,
So glad.
And yeah, it's so good.
Thank you.
And yeah, and now I'm watching season 2 of The Night Agent, which is another one of my favorite shows.
Oh, wait, what is that on? I've heard of that show.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Maybe I'll
it's
start
so good.
that.
It's
Yeah.
so good. Yeah. Yeah, the first uh season came out sometime in 2023, and so the second season just came out, and I've been so excited for it, and it's so good.
Yeah, I've heard people say it's great, and I don't know why I haven't started it, but yes,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I'll start it.
Oh yeah, I'd love to know what you think.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited. I need a new show.
Yeah, I'm so excited to hear what you think. Um, so when you have a day off, what would your perfect day look like?
Yeah. Well, it would be in the summer because right now it's freezing here, and I'd probably be in New York with my family. I think I would wake up and I love going to a diner. I love a diner. I love a corn muffin toasted with a lot of butter. And I would probably wake up and go to the diner with my mom. And yeah, and then take a yoga class and maybe go to the park with some of my best friends. And yeah, read a really good book and then go get great dinner. This is all about me eating. Get a really good dinner, and sit outside when the when it's kind of golden hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the summer and everyone's kind of tan and I have freckles. I'll start crying. Look, I'm crying. And yeah, and then go back and watch a movie with my family in our living room. We have four cats and they're all running around and they're probably all running around in this perfect day. And yeah,
Oh, that sounds like a great day.
I love a chill day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not that exciting, but a lot of this is my family and just being near them and having a good time with them.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect day.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so what genre of movie would your life story be told as?
Oh. Um, Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I told you I love Little Miss Sunshine, and I think I probably in a similar film like that. I'm shooting a film this summer, um, by this writer director Jackie Katzman, and she's written this screenplay that feels so much like that would be this. It's not my story, but it feels like kind of the vein of the kind of story that would be the story of my life. I don't know, in a film. But like A Dan in Real Life, that's a movie that I really love. I don't know if you've seen it with Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of film that's just like a family drama comedy, um, where it's just like life is messy and complicated. And yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I want my life story to be told as, or the genre to be both a rom-com and a musical.
That sounds like a great movie. A romantic comedy musical? Let's make that. That sounds great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have
Yeah,
you seen the show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of in that world-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, yeah, so that's what I want my life to be told as.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you. Um, so who would you cast in your movie?
To play me?
Yes.
Well, you know what's funny is I am constantly told that I look like Julia Garner from Ozark. Constantly. Yeah, if you look up my name on Google, maybe I think like the second thing is like Gus Birney Ozark, and it's like that's not me. Yeah, people say that all the time. So maybe Julia Garner, if she's available, she could play me in the film about me. Yeah, but who would I want to play me? Maybe Alicia Silverstone from Clueless back in the day. I would want to play me. Okay, who would be the Heath Ledger in his heyday would be my romantic comedy lead. And who else? Who else would be in this film? I feel like there'd need to be some like funny sidekick person, but I don't have them cast yet. I'll send out a yeah. I'll have an open call
Oh,
put
yeah.
online and people will start submitting. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so what is your favorite rom-com?
My favorite rom-com. Hello? Oh, sorry. There's cleaning people here. Um, could you come back in like 15 minutes? Oh, yes, sure. No worries. Sorry. What's happening? Oh my gosh. They were not supposed to come today, but that's what's happening. Um, What was the question again?
Oh, oh, what is your favorite rom-com?
My favorite rom-com, I think I said When Harry Met Sally, but I also love, I mean, these are such iconic romantic comedies, but like You've Got Mail or Sleepless in Seattle. I love 27 Dresses. Do you know that movie?
Yeah.
But I think When Harry Met Sally is definitely like the lead top contender.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
that. I love that. I love all those movies you mentioned. I love When Harry Met Sally.
so good. So good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think my one of my go-tos, so this is like at the top of my list of favorites is a movie called Home Again with
Oh, I
Reese
love that
Witherspoon.
movie.
Yeah. I,
So good.
yeah. I'm obsessed with it. I've seen it like 1,000 times. So
Yeah, it's such a good movie. Yeah, I get it.
is yeah. Um, yeah, so what is something people are always surprised to learn about you?
When I was a little kid, I had very short hair and I kind of dressed like a little boy for a really long time. And when I was like 11, I started to grow my hair out, but it was like very, very short for a long time. That's something people don't know. I think people assume because I'm very girly and I'm very I think I come off kind of soft, but I'm actually very strong and very yeah, I don't know. I think I hold my ground pretty well if you get to know me, and I have a little bit of like a bite underneath it in a nice way. But I think people wouldn't assume that about me. And yeah, but that's also come with me growing up maybe and having my back a little bit more. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would surprise people. Maybe I'll surprise myself one day and I'll find that answer out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what show or movie do you find yourself quoting more often than you would like?
Oh wow, The Office. I quote The Office all the time. Yeah, or Friends, like just little jokes that have come up. Like I just use quotes from there and I don't know. But I did Shining Vale with Courtney Cox and it was like one of the coolest experiences of my life because she's one of the best people and I had grown up watching her thinking she was so cool and so now being friends with her and like texting her and checking on her from time to time, I'm like, this is what is my life? But yeah, that was a tangent.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, my brain is like just filled with show and movie quotes just to reference at any moment. Uh, yeah. I find like any time like anything I'm doing like with my family, I find a show to relate to it. So
Yeah,
a
amazing.
reference.
Yeah.
So yeah, and one of them is always Friends. Um,
It's just such a comfort show. It's so
it
comforting
is.
and yeah, and funny and you feel like these people are your friends and your actual friends. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a show. Yeah, that's like one of the shows I just have playing all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I just have one more question for you. Um, and so I love inspiring and motivational quotes. And this week, the quote that spoke to me is "We are all broken. That's how the light gets in." Um, is there a quotation that has inspired you lately?
Oh, I love that quote.
Yeah.
Um, I don't have the exact wording, but there's this quote at the end of Jojo Rabbit That movie, that's like let everything happen to you, fear and something, and no feeling is final. And I love that quote because no feeling is final, no moment is final. Like the one thing you can count on is that everything changes. And so, um, yeah, I really love that quote. Oh, I wish I knew it by heart, but I know that that's the gist of it. But I also love what you just said.
Thank you. Yeah, I love your quote. Yeah. Um, yeah, I actually found that quote from there's artist I love named Ben Barnes, and his album is called Where the Light Gets In.
Yeah.
And so that's how I found this quote because I was looking it up and
Oh my gosh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's very true.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, that was my final question for you. I have had the best time talking with you. I could just talk to you for hours, so thank you so much.
I feel the same way. Thank you for having me. This has been so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. And I can't wait to see what you're working on. So,
Yes. Yeah. Thanks.
yeah, so thank you so much again. Um, and that's a wrap on today's edition of The Latest with Maya.